Alrighty, hello, it's been a while. So, I haven't made a video in a while because I wasn't feeling any inspiration. And that's how I like to do things on this channel. I like to just kind of make a video whenever it strikes me. And I like to think about when I'm talking to my audience, I think about it as a friend who needs to be talked to, or a younger version of myself. That usually works pretty well. But yeah, over the last week, I've just been working, and I got to see some of my good buddies, and that was incredibly fun. And I felt super lucky to have that sort of pop up in my life. It just happened by chance, so that was pretty cool. But so I've been pretty content over the last week until the last day or two, and I've just been I wanted to make a video, right? I wanted to make a video. But I also, like I just said, I wait on some sort of inspiration. So today I, did a little bit of meditation, and I realized that I hadn't written in a while. And then I was feeling like I had something to say, even if it wasn't the type of stuff that I would say to the camera, to my adoring audience. So I decided I would write, and I realized I really hadn't written in a while. But I realized that one of the greatest techniques, permission slips, mindfulness practices that I've given myself is the ability to write to myself and ask myself questions. And that's honestly, a lot of times, that's kind of what I'm aiming to do with these videos, is maybe not answer a specific question, but someone says something in a conversation, and then it makes you realize the way they think, and you're like, oh man, we should elaborate on this so that they don't think it's such a negative way. But so today, I brought out my little sketch pad with me, which I don't actually use to sketch anything. I use to write. Actually, that's not true. I've done a whole bunch of different stuff in this. But I'm just gonna read through this. And I guess to preface, I'll say, when I write this stuff, I write in green when I'm asking myself a question, and then I write in black whenever I'm just monologuing my actual thoughts, right? So it begins with the question, what are you thinking about? And then it switches to black, and it says, this is the most revealing part of all this. I'd like. Because I was having this struggle. It says, I'd like to make a video, but something is holding me back. The key phrase is I'd like. I really wanted to make a video, but I was constrained by this condition that I only did it when I had inspiration, when I knew what I was going to talk about, right? Although that's not true. I haven't done that with every video, but I was just kind of feeling that pressure in the last few days. So I'd like to make a video, but something is holding me back. I feel resistance. This must mean that I am afraid of what will happen if I do make this video. And then the question is, which is, it won't be good enough, competent, or helpful to my viewer. Well, because that's all I want, is to bring love and appreciation to you guys. In the same way that I practiced for a long time to bring love and appreciation to myself, I want to bring it to viewers. And we'll talk more about this as we get further in. So I'm scared that it won't be helpful to any viewer. And if that were true, I asked myself, I'd feel disappointed, reasonably so, because that's kind of been my goal, is I would help at least one person. In almost every video I've put out, which I think is, I don't know, probably 15, 16. It was pretty much every other day for a little bit. So, I don't know, a dozen or so videos. Just about everyone has gotten a like on it, which was kind of the goal, that I was helping one person. One person saw this and said, oh, that makes sense. So, let's continue. So I'd feel disappointed. So then the question becomes, and if it helped you? 100% true. I have recorded many videos that I just didn't put out there because they were 2 minutes of me just thinking something through and then coming to a realization and then being okay, I feel good. I feel much better, which is fantastic. And that's what meditation does for me as well. So I'd really advocate for some meditation for you. Okay, so my response was and if it helped you, well, I suppose that's only fair. This channel is just as much for myself as it is for others. I say my piece, put my piece of the puzzle out there, and viewers may take it or leave it. I will feel better either way. That's something I had kind of lost sight of, because I had this insistence, this channel is for me, but honestly, it feels more for you guys in some ways, but now I realize, like, in this moment and as I'm writing all this stuff, like, it really is more for me than anyone else. Because I'm not insisting that this helps someone. I want it to, but if it doesn't, like, I can think of the videos that don't have likes on them, and I'm still glad I made them because it helped me. Like, one of them, I think, is like 15 minutes long, and it doesn't have any likes on it, and I was like, why did my shorter one for 3.5 minutes get the most likes on it? And I'm like, okay. But then you see, I'm thinking about the wrong thing. Now I'm thinking about likes and views rather than did I help someone, and my baseline is if I get 1 like, then that is a job well done. But now this definition has grown, and it's not even if I get a like, it's a job well done. It's if I made a video and I put it out there and I feel better about myself, or that I helped someone, would be great. But if I don't, I still feel better about myself. So that's a win. All right. So then I swap to so I swap back to green. Sometimes I do like a sentence or two, just to kind of like propagate my own thinking, ask myself a question, but give it a little bit more context. So I say, you can make no mistakes. Every path is a valid one, especially the one you walk yourself. Practice love for all paths in life. Each brings something new and shows the path that you really prefer. So then I respond, I say, I'm finding that I prefer the path of writing, meditation, and putting videos out there that may or may not be the missing piece to the puzzle of a situation someone else is experiencing. I've always believed that the human experience is better shared with others through time together, listening and articulating our own experiences. Though, recently, time alone to identify who I really am and what I really prefer has been liberating and empowering. That is extremely true. Like I have changed quite a bit in a few months, and that's exactly how I feel. I feel liberated of limiting beliefs. Not all of them. I'm still working through them. Like, you know, the belief that I still have limiting beliefs is one I have to conquer, but that I actually can live with as of right now, and I feel very content about that. But yeah, so a life spent in total. Oh, hold on. Here's my questions. So there's always time for both, that being time with others and time by yourself. And there's purpose in both? Absolutely. A life spent in total communal experience may deny the internal realization and actualization of a person, and a life spent in total solitude may beget a life of limited experience. I'm not saying like you can't do like solitude for a long time, because that's pretty much what I did for a few months. Like, I barely interacted with anyone besides my family, and even then, like, I wasn't talking about like what I'm thinking about really too much. Although they have told me many times that my cadence and how I interact with them has changed over these months, which is pretty cool. That's very validating. So then here's the closer is, so it seems one must choose how they will balance their inner and outer world, independence and connection, and practice great love and appreciation for themselves alongside the path that has such a balancing act. That's really true. And you should practice just as much appreciation for yourself. All paths are valid, remember? That includes yours. If anything, it should really include yours. It should be something you really, really care about, is that you're giving yourself the love and appreciation that you so easily provide to other people. Or maybe you struggle with other people, so you have to start with giving it to yourself so that you can give it to other people. But yeah, so the ink on my paper has gotten all smeared because it's raining slightly here. But I love it. I love it when it rains. I love it when it rains. I love it when I love it when it's sunny. I love it when it's overcast. I love it when, I just love so much about my life. I love all the small things. I love all the big things. I love the trials and tribulations of, I want to make a video, but I can't. I'm just so limited. What am I going to do? I can't make a video. It's not like I could just write about this and then suddenly have a video be available. See how like every step kind of is a right step? You can't mess it up. I said that during this. You can't make mistakes. It's not that you won't make mistakes. It's that something that you perceive as a mistake is only what you perceive it as, right? So like it wasn't a mistake for me to try and force a video, because I feel really good after writing this. And like we've discussed, that's kind of the goal of this video, is to help myself and help others at the same time, I suppose. So I'll try to wrap this up. before the ink starts to get even further spread out on my paper. And so I'll end with this. I love and appreciate you, and I hope that this video helped you, and you need to be your own best friend. Seriously. All right, I love you. Take care.